Hi there, Lindsay here. I don't even want to say the Frugal Crafter because what I'm going to share with you is a haul video, and I actually don't even know if I'm going to publish it because honestly, part of me feels a little bit ashamed, but maybe if I put this out there, I can just give myself an intervention and just be like, enough is enough. But anyway, August, there's just been so many really good buys on things I've had my eye on for a while. There's been a few things I've wanted to purchase when the price was right, and the price was right this month on several items. So and actually one thing I'm going to show you is something that I only ordered because I had several requests for review, and I do like to review the products that I requested. So we're going to start off with a package I just got from Jerry's Artrarama. I purchased these items because one item that I've been looking at for a couple years went on sale. But we'll probably deal with that one last because it's at the bottom of the box. So first up, I've had quite a few requests to review the Marie's Masters watercolor. And I've been very hesitant to try this brand because I have used, well, my first watercolors were actually Marie's watercolors, the Chinese colors, back when I was a little kid. And maybe it was my inexperience, but I learned on those paints and they were fine. And I don't recall them having a weird smell. I don't recall them not behaving properly, but I've tried Marie's since then, and they shrink in the palettes really bad. They reek when you get them. They're very chalky, so I really don't recommend them. They're cheap, so if it's all that you can access, I mean, they're better than nothing, but you know, I was very hesitant to try the anything else by that company, but they came out with these paints called Masters, and they have pigment information. They seem to be using pretty reputable pigments. And I had a few requests to review them. They've been sold on Jerry's Artrarama. I don't know if they've been on Amazon or anywhere else, but I've seen them on Jerry's. And so I ordered a lemon yellow, a crimson, and an ultramarine. And I'm like, I'll do a review using these colors, see what we can get. But the reason I got the crimson is because the pigment, it's PR 149, I wasn't that familiar with it. And they actually had a couple reds that were not pigments I typically used. But I'm like, no, Lindsay, just stick with the basics, stick with 3, and see what you think. You can always add more. Now, I thought if they did have one of the sets, because they had these on sale for $2.50 a piece, otherwise I probably wouldn't have bought them. I figured for $7.50 it's worth the investment to try them out. If they had the sets available, I would have purchased one of those because those were also on super sale, but they were already sold out. It's definitely a good deal to do it that way, but we'll see what the quality is from these anyway. And I have a little palette to put these in, so I'm looking forward to doing that. Something else I got there, which may surprise you when you see it, these were $1.19 a piece, but they're vintage or classic Cotman colors, the cadmium red light. So this was back in the day when they actually used real cadmium colors in their Cotman line of paints. These are made in France, not China. And for cadmium red, I figured a buck tube, definitely worth it. I like cadmium red, and I like this particular line of paint. The older Cotmans were much better. As I've been using the newer ones, I'm like, yeah, they're not that much worse, but the fact that they got rid of the cobalts and the cadmiums, I feel like those were their strongest colors, and their replacements I don't find to be as nice. So I did grab those 2 vintage tubes of Cotman for $1. I figured even, you know, I could always even pass them along and not feel like I was giving somebody an inferior product. I'm almost out of my gum Arabic, and I like the Da Vinci brand because it's a pretty good value. I can't remember what I paid for this, and I don't think I have a shipping label in there. I'm thinking it was probably around $6 or $8. So there, and this is a big 200. Oh gosh, what is that? That's not liters. I think it's about an 8 ounce bottle. They have it nice and wrapped so it doesn't leak. But yeah, I like the Da Vinci gum Arabic if I'm turning pigments into watercolors. So I like to have that on hand. And I'm almost out. I bought a big bottle of that probably like 12 years ago, and I'm just now finishing it up. This came with a sample of Luxe Archival sanded art paper, and I've never used this brand, but I love everything else by the Brush and Pencil Company, so I'm excited to try this. It's just one little sheet of the paper, so I'll use that with some colored pencils and see how it works. Maybe I'll do a review. Maybe I'll just do a little demo on it. I probably will film it because I'm curious about that. And the reason why I placed the order, so those other things were things I was curious about and people have been asking about, and I wanted to get to free shipping, obviously, but the reason I placed my order was because these pastels were finally on sale, and I knew that they once in a while would go on sale for around $55, And they did. And this is a set of 120 Soho pastels. Now, honestly, I could have probably gotten this for free from the company, but I was a little bit leery about asking, even though I do have, I do have some signature sets through Jerry's. I was a little leery about asking because I think I'd rather buy it on sale and then not, feel any, not that I feel any obligation, but they were looking for brand ambassadors, and I really wasn't willing to do what was required of a brand ambassador. So I'm like, I'm just gonna buy this and not have any sort of obligation with the company. Not that I have any problem with Jerry's. I like Jerry's quite a bit. I shop there frequently, and I've done signature sets for them, and they've always treated me well. So I mean, I have no qualms with them at all. But I have no idea what I'm getting into with this. Their Soho range of products are, they're white labeled from other companies, and like their pencils are made by Create-A-Color, I believe. And I don't know what their other products are made by, or like who's making their other products, but I've heard so many mixed things about this set. Some people say they're just like Sennelier, which I do not believe, but they look pretty good. And I said if they dropped around $55, I will grab them, and they did. And so now like the price is up to like $120 for this set. So it's just kind of weird, but I wanted to try these out and see how they were, because I like pastels, and I just thought this looked like a really good set. It kind of they feel like not as soft as, well, I don't know, I can't really tell from one little swatch, but I will definitely dig into those and do a review on them. They are available on Amazon too, and I definitely recommend you check both places, but the box is really nice. So a couple weeks before this went on sale and I bought it, there was another set of pastels I had my eye on, and I've been tempted several times, and I almost bought it at a higher price, but I'm like, I'm gonna wait, I'm just gonna see, really don't need any more pastels. But the set that or like the smaller sets were going on sale, but it's like, if I had my druthers, I really would like to get the Paris collection of 120 half sticks. I like Sennelier's half sticks over their full sticks because the half sticks are unwrapped, and sometimes the full sticks are very brittle under the wrapper, so having them already unwrapped and intact just seems like I would get more bang for my buck. I like Sennelier products quite a bit. I like their watercolors. I even like their student grade watercolors. I find they have a really good student grade line. Love their oil pastels, and I do have a few of their full stick pastels, and I like those. I just want to have a more complete set. And I mean, look at that. This is gorgeous. And so the price dropped to $120 for 120 pastels. And I'm like, I'm going to grab it. And I haven't seen them drop lower than that, but they have been, every once in a while, they drop down to that price. And I really like this line of pastels. And these are the really soft kind, so these are the ones you use kind of like at the end of a painting, like for your rich highlights, your velvety strokes of color, those colors you want to stand on top of other colors. So the way I typically work in pastel is that I will work with like a hard pastel, a new pastel for sketching and just kind of blocking in. Then I'll go over to like a mid-grade pastel, like the old Winsor & Newton pastels. I have a bunch of those. I use those for the mid layers. And then I'll finish up with Sennelier or Schmincke pastels. Actually, I love Schmincke pastels because they're so velvety soft, but they're so expensive, and I'm finding these to be very comparable at a much lower price these days because they've been kind of inexpensive on Amazon. So I don't regret any of these purchases. I know saying that like I feel shame, it's not necessarily that I feel shame, but I also feel like I need to I need to come clean, and that way you guys will also hold me accountable to doing my reviews. There was a little bit of dust on the outside of this was wrapped in plastic, and there was a little bit of dust on the outside of the box, but I didn't see any damage at all, and I'm very pleased with this. And I did put a list on my community tab. As I've been finding these August deals, I have been listing them because I know a lot of people are getting ready for workshops, they're planning their classes. I know a lot of my viewers are art teachers. I know that some of my viewers are college students, they're going back to school and they need supplies. And obviously, you guys are all artists and crafters, and you want to get a good deal on stuff. So as I find these deals, I am posting them. Just keep in mind, I'm not allowed to post exact prices from Amazon. I've gotten in trouble for that. So, I can tell you verbally that these were $120 when I bought them. So just to kind of give you an idea, And on Blick, they're running around 180 for this set. So always compare the prices on Amazon with Blick and Jerry's Artrarama, maybe Cheap Joe's and Merry Artist, and see how the prices fall, so you know if you're getting a good deal or not. Because you can't really trust the % off on Amazon, because if a you know, a lot of times there's no % off and it's like, whoa, those are really cheap, but it doesn't even say % off. And sometimes it will say like 46% off and it's like, well, it's always been that price. You know, it just depends on how they've tricked the algorithm, I think. Now this thing is something that was sent to me that I'm excited about, because I tried the portrait set of Paul Rubens pastels, the 40 color portrait set, and I really like them, but I'm like, oh, I wish there was more colors, because these are a real contender for Sennelier. They felt so much like Sennelier pastels. Like, I don't think if you gave me 2 pastels, I don't think I could tell the difference. But the problem was the limited color palette. So, and I told that to them, and I'm like, man, if you could just come out with more colors, they would be a hit. And so they said, well, we're gonna look into that. Well, they did come out with more colors, and here they are. This is the new assorted set, which I'm very excited about. We're gonna have to see how strong they are. One thing I'm noticing with these over their original 40 set is that they're much more uniform in size. And before, the you'd have some skinnier sticks and some fatter sticks, and I know they're hand rolled, but these definitely look a lot more uniform and a little bit bigger than they did before. So hopefully it's the same quality and the same formula. But I was excited to see they have a more assorted set rather than a portrait set, because I think that's a little more useful to most people. Again, beautiful packaging. You can definitely store them in here and there's no problem. And I'll have a review on these as well as we go along. Maybe I'll do a pastel month, I don't know. And then this last thing I've been eyeballing for about 3 years, the ShinHan Premium PWC watercolors. Now there's PWC and SWC, those are the same line. SWC is marketed for the Korean market and PWC is for I think the American and European market. And this set is usually around $126. That's what it is on Blick, or maybe $129. And sometimes you see it around $95 on Amazon. This was $82. And so I finally decided to bite the bullet. I'm like, there were only 2 left in stock. And so I ordered a set, because for $82, that's like $2.50 something a tube, and I know that I will use the colors that are in this kit. I will have a full review on this. I've been using them on a few paintings, and I'm really pleased with this purchase. I'm so glad I snagged them when they were so cheap. I think what it was, there was only 3 left in stock, so I think that some of the colors are just, a couple of the tubes are different on the Blick set, so I'm thinking that they revamped the colors and they were just probably trying to get rid of the old stock and bring in the new stock with like a couple substituted colors. Maybe there was a pigment that got discontinued or something, but like maybe 2 or 3 of the colors are changed. But overall, it's about the same color-wise. And this set's not perfect, but I am really pleased with it. It's definitely a very useful set, and I'll have a review on this, but I think currently on Amazon you can find this for $95, and I still think that's a good deal at that price. But I've been watching that set for years, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna grab it because prices have not been going down lately, and I'm gonna snag it. So so that's what I've purchased this month. Where there's been and generally I don't do that, but man, August has been such a crazy month, and I think it must be like back to school time. The other time I see the really big deals are usually like in December, but it can fluctuate a bit. I don't find Black Friday and Cyber Monday and all that to be the best prices. I find it to be like right around Christmas or right after Christmas, those kind of last ditch efforts. Like I know like Jerry's usually have their big sale at the end after Christmas or January. That's usually if I'll stock up for workshops, I'll do it then. That's when I'll find the best deals on like paper and paint sets and things like that I actually would use and need and are priced well. But you know, last few years I haven't seen any really good sales. Now there is one other thing that came in the mail, and I actually don't really know what it is. So, well, we got time. Let's look at this. If you don't care about PR stuff, then you can tune out. But because I have a YouTube channel, sometimes companies just send like gifts, and this one is from the Paul Rubens company, and it looks like it's in a gift box. So I think it's probably like a PR, like public relations type gift. Thanks for using our products, that sort of thing. So let's take a look at what this is, because I really don't know. I'm sure it's their hope that they'll send it in a cute package, and then, people will open it up on air. It's packed well. And I totally own the fact that I'm very lucky to be in a position where I can afford to buy art supplies, and I also get sent some to review. So, oh, it's a little magnet closure. Oh, that's cute. Forever Love, it says on there, which is kind of strange. I think it might get lost, something lost in the translation. Let's see. This is 14 colors, 5 ml, so I'm assuming it's watercolor. I don't know. Let's open that up. I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's watercolor, but it doesn't really say in English what it is. And I mean, I don't know. Other people may have received these and unboxed them, and so you might know what's in here. And if that's the case, well, don't spoil a surprise for me. I'm looking for the first time. Let's see. There is a swatch card and this is their neon color tubes. I don't have these, so that's exciting. These are all opera colors, so these colors all have fluorescent dyes added, so they're not light fast, but they're kind of fun for like special effects, or if you have black lights in your house, you want to do a black light party or something, these paints will show up under black light. They will fade in UV. They may disappear, or they may, depending on the pigment, they may just dull down, like the fluorescence might leave just the kind of a duller, darker color in its wake, depending on what the base pigment was. I'm just looking to see if there's pigment info on here. And I have my new glasses, but I don't see them on the tubes or on the color swatch chart, but they could be in Chinese and I might need to translate it with like an app or something, but that's really cool. So these are 14 fluorescent colors. That'll be kind of fun to play with. Just, you know, that'd be good for sketchbook work. I don't sell the works in my sketchbook, so if I know I'm working in my sketchbook, I don't have to worry about that. What is this? This looks like the metallic watercolors. But does it say? Because the tin, this box looks like it. Yeah, pearlescent watercolor paint. Okay, I already have this set, so I think I'll leave that wrapped up. And let's see, we got some packaging that I can save and recycle. We have got oil pastels. These are probably white oil pastels, maybe, which are always good to have because you can use them as a resist in your watercolor, or, you know, the white, you blend out with the whites a lot, so you use those up quicker. So let's take a look there. Oh, actually, it's a white, red, and blue, so like a American color. So maybe they sent those colors because it's summertime and Independence Day and stuff. Oh, this is masking tape for taping down your watercolor paper. Oh, that's cool. That's really neat. That'll be useful. And what is this? This looks like a bookmark, I think. I don't want to rip the package. And I read paper books, so I'll use it. Oh, that's pretty. This little bookmark. Huh. That's neat. See? Just a little thing, and then the little dangle hangs on the outside of the spine. Or I guess you could use it in your sketchbook, but I think I'd probably use it in like hardcover book. That's pretty. That's lovely, actually. This is iridescent medium. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, so you mix that with your watercolors and get like a really pretty iridescent effect. And last but not least, this looks like a little sketchbook or watercolor block. Let's take a look here. I go through sketchbooks. Well, I have many going at once, and I paint more in sketchbooks than anything else these days because honestly I don't like to sell my work that much. I'd rather just work in sketchbooks. Oh yeah, look at that. That's some nice, I would say, cold pressed paper. This page looks a little scratched, but I'm not bothered by it. Very nice. I'd say actually it feels like 140 pound cold pressed paper. Neat. And they're perforated, so you can tear the paper out if you want. Well, this is really, really nice. These are my favorite metallic watercolors, so it's nice to have a backup set or a set that I can gift. And I'm curious about trying the fluorescent paints because I think that'd be kind of just fun to play with. Well, thank you, Paul Rubens. That was very kind. And if you like what I shared today, then keep tuning into my channel so I can show you how these work, and you can see reviews for some of these products and obviously tutorials with some of these products. So if there's something you'd like to see a tutorial with, let me know in the comments below, and it can help me plan what I want to film first. And yeah, I guess I kind of felt like, yeah, I bought some stuff. I'm happy with my purchases, but I also feel like I need to come clean. And hopefully this will be like, okay, Lindsay, you fessed up. Now stop it. Now stop the shopping. Because, you know, seriously. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.